back, everybody. Today we're going to have the first tasting of my IPA CaraRed Batch 1. Now, for whatever reason, and I know it's because I've been behind, I didn't think I made more batches of this. I thought this was the only one, so we will not have a side-by-side, but I will try and find the others, and I will get them in the fridge, and I'll review them. So, what I believe what I was trying to do with this is get red malts, different red malts, and see what would happen if I use the same recipe but just change that malt. So this one is using 2 pounds 4 ounces of raw Premium Plisner, then 4 ounces of CaraRed. Now this is a small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. So for the hop schedule, 0.15 ounces of Mosaic is the first wort hop. So when you're mashing out, you're adding your hops, then that's it for the boil, the hour boil. We're going to cool down to 170. We're going to Whirlpool for 20 minutes. 0.25 ounces of Cashmere, Mosaic, and Sabro hops. And then for the dry hop, is 0.5 ounces of Sabro. I bought a whole bunch of Sabro, so I'm trying to get that coconut, see what I like. This did use the SO4 yeast, bottled on 9/30, so pretty much 3 months old, and this is the first tasting. 6.13% ABV. Beersmith called for this to be 5.7 and 53.6 IBUs. The weird part about this one, there is a ton of stuff in the bottom. I'm guessing this was the last bottle and it went first, because usually I do the bottling here, then the outside one is always the first one. So I put that one farther, then I put the second one in the middle. So that way, when I go to grab them, I put these in the back, then I put the first one. But that is a ton of stuff down there. But we're going to find out. So this did use 4 of the small pearl carbonation tablets. Good hiss. I'm going to get this going because I think it's going to go over. And it's going to mess everything up down there. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So, which it's not going to hurt you. I just don't understand why there's so much stuff in there. Why this thing's so overcarbed. So weird. But what happens, so when a bottle is overcarbed, especially a homebrew bottle, when you open it, if you watch it, it'll actually go down and it'll get the bottom and it'll come up. So it will stir everything up. And because I bottle directly out of the fermenter, I usually try not to, screw with that bottom layer and just leave it. So that way I can see how clear the beer actually is. But I don't know why this thing's so overcarbed. That's weird. I've been using 4 carbonation tablets in 12 ounces, then 7 in 22. And I've not had a beer do this yet. That is weird. Maybe it's the hops or the malts. I don't know. There's no way we're going to be able to drink this, though. 4 fingers of head, off-white colored head. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this one has this much head. Yeah, you can just see the stuff turning in there. Let's see if we can get a color. Hazy, but again, like I said, this has so much settlement in there. I think most of it is from that. I would say orangish, like a light burnt orange color, more than a red color. See if we can smell anything. It smells citrus, like a nice light citrus. This is going to go over. some malt. Smelling it from in here, I get more malt. Man, I'm going to have to wait an hour to drink this thing. So, yeah, this thing's just going to keep going over and over and over. That's so weird. I wonder, it has to be that CaraRed. I'll have to make sure I keep an eye on those, because the last thing I want is these bottles blowing up. It's going to keep going. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and try and drink this. Maybe. Yeah, like a citrus maltiness, sweetness is what I get. Let's see if we can drink this. Very sweet, malty, citrus bitterness with like a little bit of floral. No, it's not floral. That was better. There's a lot of bitterness in this. Yeah, 53. I was gonna say 60, so it's close. It's the coconut. It's like a citrus bitter coconut. Yeah, you can definitely tell, like, the aftertaste once it calms down a little bit. You really get that coconut from the Sabro hops, but that bitterness is high, which the Mosaic at 0.15 is probably a little too much for this. Probably. It seems like it. Perceived bitterness is a little higher. That's good. Man, I wish I could drink the rest of this bottle. There's a little sweetness coming through. I don't think the CaraRed's really doing anything for the flavor. I could be wrong. I would have to make, I guess, I'll make a batch that doesn't have the Cara malt in there, then add it. It seems like that would be for the color of the beer, but it would have to add something because it's going to be kilned a little bit. But like I was saying, out of the smell, there is a little bit of malt in there, but mostly it's citrus. It smells pretty good now. Very smooth as it settles down. You get a little bit of that citrus bitterness. Aftertaste is a coconut. A little coconut, but that bitterness really stays there. Yeah, easy drinking, very light. I wouldn't think it's, what was it, 6 point what? 6.13. I wouldn't think it's that high. It doesn't taste that high. The bitterness kind of tells me it's high, but that's probably just because I should have used something else other than Mosaic, and probably should have put it in at 60 minutes instead of the first wort hopping, but it's probably just smoothing out that bitterness. But this is This is kind of what I wanted. I think I would want it a little bit more on the fruity side than citrus side. But it's okay. But yeah, I was working on the coconut from the Sabro, and I got it, but now I need to find the other ones and get them in the fridge, and hopefully they're not like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like the coconut. If you don't like coconut, you're probably not going to like this. But yeah, that's pretty good. Nice, cool, foamy things in here. It looks like a face. But other than that, yeah, good beer. Let me know what you like to, or how much Sabro you like to put in your beers down below. Like I said, this uses 0.25 in the Whirlpool, then 0.5 in the dry hop. And at least in this one, I think it's good. I think I've tried a couple other ones, and it wasn't enough. Like, it needed some more. But yeah, let me know how you use it down below. If you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.